Welcome back! Whether you just picked up your first camera or looking to level up your photography game in 2025, today's video is for you. So let's talk about a couple of lenses that I would buy as a beginner photographer in 2025. And for sure the camera body is important and can actually make things way easier. But the lens is the eye of your camera. It's what shapes your images. A great lens can elevate even a beginner camera and help you to shoot stunning portraits, sharp landscapes, and it can also create a nice blurry background. So whether you're into street photography, portraits, macro shots or capturing life as it happens, your lens choice plays a huge role. And exactly that's why we will talk about two lenses that are affordable, incredibly versatile and offer professional results without breaking the bank. And on top we will talk about one additional lens that I personally really like. So let's get started with the 35mm. And yes, first up I need to mention the Canon RF 35mm f1.8 macro. This lens is an absolute gem for beginners. Let me tell you why. The 35mm focal length is super versatile. It's wide enough for environmental shots, but it's also tight enough that you can isolate subjects and create depth. In addition, the f1.8 aperture is fantastic for low light conditions. It lets a ton of light in, which means less noise and faster shutter speeds. This is absolutely great for shooting in challenging conditions. My favorite feature is that it also has macro capabilities. Now it's not a one-to-one true macro lens, but it gets you incredibly close to your subject. You can easily shoot detailed shots of flowers, textures and small objects, all without needing a dedicated macro lens. In combination, the built-in image stabilization also helps you to get sharper shots when hand-holding, especially in lower light. But let's talk about real-world use. Its wide field of view and compact design makes it perfect for capturing everyday life. If you're into travel photography or just want to capture a couple of nature shots, this lens delivers. It also handles close-up shots surprisingly well, letting you focus on small textures, plants or products without switching to a dedicated macro lens. The 35mm is also light in your hand, making it a perfect lens for long photo sessions. On top, the built-in stabilization is a lifesaver, especially when shooting handheld in low light or when doing a bit of video work. And in my opinion, the 35mm focal length offers a beautiful balance between a wide and natural perspective. And yes, the price point is also perfect for beginners. It's not too high, but it also delivers outstanding quality. You can get a new one for around €500, which is a fantastic price, but I can highly recommend to look for sales or even a used one to save some bucks here. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's for sure not perfect. It lacks weather sealing, so you definitely need to be careful here. And while it's labeled as a macro lens, it's technically not a true one-to-one macro. But it's still very close and super usable for casual macro photography. And if I could have one prime lens starting out, this one would be it. Next up, we've got the Canon 50mm f1.8, also known as the Nifty 50. This one is the EF version because I personally prefer the 35mm and haven't upgraded mine yet. But this lens is still amazing for a variety of photographers. Because yeah, the 50mm focal length is a classic. It's perfect for portraits, lifestyle photography and even nature shots. On top again, the f1.8 aperture means you can get also that nice blurry background that everyone loves. It's great for isolating your subjects and giving your shots a professional look. On top again, this lens is not a huge lens. In comparison, this one is the RF 85mm f1.2. The 50mm 1.8 is lightweight, compact and easy to carry. You can easily mount it on your camera and barely notice it's there, ideal for everyday photo sessions. And last but not least, it's incredibly affordable. This is one of the best bang for your buck lenses you can get. If you don't want to spend a lot of money on a new lens, a 50mm 1.8 is absolutely a great choice. It's a fantastic option for portraits, lifestyle shots, indoor scenes or even YouTube content. For sure it just offers a more basic build quality, mostly plastic, but honestly that's not a deal breaker for most beginners. So if you're on a budget and want to step up from your kit lens, the 50mm is a no-brainer. Okay, but now let's talk about a powerhouse, the Canon RF 24-70 f2.8. Now I know what you're thinking, this lens isn't cheap and it's definitely not a small lens. And yes, this lens is only for those people with higher budgets. But hear me out, it could be the only lens you need for a very long time, especially if you're a beginner looking to build a kit that will grow with you. The 24-70 range covers so many essential focal lengths. You've got wide at 24mm, which is perfect for landscapes, interiors, real estate photography and vlogging. Move to 35 and 50mm and you've got focal length ideal for street photography, portraits, lifestyle shots and so much more. And then at 70mm you can compress your background beautifully, making it excellent for some portraits and isolating your subject. One of the biggest strengths here is that f1.2 aperture throughout the entire zoom range. No matter what focal length you're shooting at, you get that creamy bokeh and the ability to work in low light situations, whether it's golden hour portraits, indoor events or handheld video in less than perfect lighting. That constant aperture makes a huge difference when you're switching quickly between focal length and don't want to constantly readjust your exposure. photographer. I've personally used this lens for so many photo and video sessions and it never let me down. Now let's talk about build quality. This is an L series lens, so Canon's premium lineup. It's weather sealed, which is essential if you plan on shooting outdoors or travel frequently. The optics are razor sharp from edge to edge, and the autofocus is lightning fast and super accurate. It's the kind of lens that delivers sharp results all the time, even in fast-paced shooting scenarios like events or street photography. And yes, this lens works in nearly every situation, but for sure, it's a serious investment, and yes, it's bigger and heavier than the other lenses we've talked about. But again, you can easily use this lens in all kind of situations you walk into. So at the end of the day, for beginners who are committed to photography or videography long term, investing in a lens like a 24-70 is a smart move. It removes the need for switching lenses all the time or worrying about whether you brought the right lens for the job. Instead, you've got flexibility, power and image quality all in one lens. So while it may not be the first lens every beginner buys, it very well could be the last one you need to buy for quite a while. So with all that said, which one should you choose? Well, if you're just starting out and want maximum versatility on a budget, grab the 50mm 1.8. It's super affordable, compact and great for portraits and low light shots. If you want something a bit wider with macro capabilities, the 35mm 1.8 is highly recommended. I personally really like this lens and you can check out a variety of sample shots on my Instagram page. And finally, if you're ready to invest in a pro level lens that can do it all, from landscapes to events to video, the 24-70 f2.8 is the long-term winner. But yeah, these are my top lenses that I can highly recommend for beginner photographers in 2025. Whether you're just starting out or ready to level up, these lenses offer a ton of creative possibilities. But what's your favorite beginner lens? Let me know that in the comments. So, thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you're new, don't forget to smash that subscribe button to stay updated for upcoming videos, and I'll see you in the next video.